Robbie here from CrossFit South Bend with a special July 4th edition of Amy's Street Corner. Amy, what are we going to make today?
We're going to make some blueberry banana muffins, and you can also add some strawberries to that if you wanted to make a blueberry banana strawberry shortcake. Some red, white, and blue in there thrown in. Yeah, so but we're actually going to make the blueberry banana muffin first of all here. So what we need is to start off with 4 eggs. Okay. We're going to dump that into our mixer, just 4 eggs, and then we need 5 tablespoons of honey. And honey is our sweetener in this. So I love honey. And I also, like I said before, I like to get local honey. You can get that again at your farmer's market. Even the grocery store is starting to carry your local stuff. Next, 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. And that is that one right there. Okay. Remember, coconut oil comes solid, so just put it in your microwave and melt it down into an oil. And then we're going to take 2 bananas. Now, I added bananas into this. You can leave them out if you want, but you can also add coconut. Coconut, banana, and blueberry is actually a good combination as well. So we're gonna throw those in, those 2 bananas. And my little secret with bananas to bring out the sugars is heating it up in the microwave for about a minute or so, especially if they're frozen, then just heat them up. Then next I'm putting in, you can use vanilla or almond extract, and I also like just to do the capful instead of that teaspoon. So we're gonna stir that together. That wasn't too bad. Just a few ingredients for it. You're gonna find that this batter too is really wet. It's not a thick batter like some muffins have a real thick consistency, and it's not like that. So you'll see that after we add in our, thank you very much. So we're gonna add in, this is the end of the ingredients, 1 cup of almond flour there. I'm gonna add in our almond flour. And then we're gonna add in 1 teaspoon, it's fine. We're gonna add in 1 teaspoon of baking powder and then 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I actually added cinnamon to this recipe too because I think cinnamon brings out really good flavor in banana or in other fruit flavor. It's really good. So we're gonna stir that up for just a little bit. Doesn't take long at all. So this recipe is pretty quick. And it's really good, and that's it. So you can see how this batter here, we'll get the camera to pan on in here, is pretty wet.
Yeah,
it's definitely wet batter, but it does bake up, and I'll show you that finished product here. But it does bake up for us. So what we're gonna do now is the last ingredient. We're gonna fold in our 1 cup, or you could do 1.5 cups of blueberries if you want. I like a lot of blueberries, and the more the merrier, right? But it does make it a little, that you do have a lot of blueberries in the batter there. Now, when the recipe says folded, do you know what that means, Rob? Folding it in?
I do, yes.
All right, I like that. Some people don't.
I'm not quite sure how to fold into a wet batter, but I think I know what.
But you know what? That's exactly what he's doing. He's just folding it over, which is great. Because some people just want to stir it.
Right.
But that will break down your blueberries, and you don't want to mush them all up, I should say. So, great, that's it. Perfect. Okay. So definitely, the batter's not thick like some cakes or brownies. And then all we're gonna do now is put it in our muffin tin, which is right over there. You're gonna set your oven at 325 degrees for about 15 minutes or so, 15 to 30. I would actually say depending on your oven and how it bakes. You can do this in mini muffins as well. And I really like mini muffins, but if you don't have that, just do a bigger muffins. Fill it up with your muffin liners. If you don't like, look, I made a mess. If you don't like muffin liners, spray your pan with, you could do that coconut oil or butter even in it. So what we're gonna do is we'll just fill a few of these up, but you wanna fill them pretty full. They will sink down a little bit. If you feel you have too many blueberries in one at the very end when you're done, you can always take one from one and put it in the other. Because a lot of times at the end of the batter, you're just left with some batter without the fruit in it. Right. So we're gonna fill these up later, but that was pretty simple. Not many ingredients, but they are really delicious. And my children, once again, love these, especially my daughter, Ashlyn. She wanted to eat a whole bunch the other night, and I said, no, not yet. But we're just gonna pop this in the oven for 325 degrees. So like I said, that 15 to 30 minute span really does depend on the mini muffin or if you're doing a larger muffin. But come on over and I'll show you our finished product here. we have our blueberry and banana muffins. And I just kind of did a fun 4th of July spread here that you could do for your family, a breakfast treat. And people can actually take fruit off of the top too. And then remember I mentioned you could do it a strawberry shortcake. So if you didn't want to do like a shortcake bread, use the muffin. It's paleo. It has some banana in it, strawberries, add some whipped cream, add if you want some coconut milk ice cream or almond milk ice cream to it, and you've got a great dessert or a breakfast. So there you go, banana blueberry muffins.
Awesome. They look delicious. All right, guys. So thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.